Image copyright Reuters image caption Supporters of Salvador Nasralla clashed with riot police in the capital Tegucigalpa. Riot police in Honduras have clashed with supporters of the main opposition contender in the presidential election, Salvador Nasralla, after he accused the electoral court of fraud. Police fired tear gas at protesters on the streets near the center where the result is due to be announced. Incumbent Juan Orlando Hernandez, who is seeking a second term, is thought to be ahead by about 40,000 votes. Both Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Nasralla had earlier claimed victory. In addition to the clashes in the capital Tegucigalpa, there are reports of demonstrators marching on some of the country's main roads. The election in the Central American country of 9 million people has been widely criticized, and vote counting has dragged on for 4 days. With more than 90% of the ballots reportedly counted, the incumbent president has moved ahead of his opposition rival. At the beginning of the week, Mr. Nasralla, whose supporters are deeply suspicious of the electoral tribunal that counts the ballots, had established a lead of 5 percentage points. However, as his lead diminished in the days that followed, Mr. Nasralla accused the authorities of manipulating the results. Image copyright Getty Images image caption Salvador Nasralla alleges he is being robbed of his election victory. Tension was lowered temporarily on Wednesday when both Mr. Nasralla and Mr. Hernandez signed a document vowing to respect the final result after every disputed vote had been scrutinized. But another pause in counting attributed by the electoral tribunal to a computer glitch led to Mr. Nasralla saying a few hours later that the document had no validity. "They take us for idiots and want to steal our victory," he said, and again rallied his supporters to protest. The distrust over the poll count is partly due to the fact that the tribunal is appointed by Congress, which is controlled by Mr. Hernandez's National Party, and partly due to the sudden reversal of Mr. Nasralla's initial lead. There has also been criticism of the slow pace of the count, which came to a 36-hour halt after the first partial results were released on Monday. Image copyright of Reuters image caption Salvador Nasralla leftist challenging Juan Orlando Hernandez for the presidency. Salvador Nasralla, 64-year-old former TV presenter and sports journalist, heads the opposition Alliance Against the Dictatorship, a coalition of parties from the left and the right. His parents are of Lebanese descent, ran for the presidency in 2013 but lost to Juan Orlando Hernandez, has campaigned on a promise to battle corruption. Juan Orlando Hernandez, 49-year-old lawyer, heads the right-wing National Alliance, is the 15th of 17 children. 2 of his siblings are also in politics, is the first Honduran president to run for his second term after the Supreme Court lifted a ban on re-election. Says that if elected, he will continue fighting Honduras' influential criminal gangs.